There is this big myth, this big lie, that the average person's addiction to consumerism and the wanton purchase of shiny toys is the reason why so many people are in debt. But this is a myth designed to shift the blame from the economic system to the average person on the street. And here's an example. Take big flat-screen TV sets. These are items many people point to and say, here are people going to Walmart, buying these large expensive devices that they can ill afford. But let's look at the real data. Today, TV sets cost 98% less than they did even as late as 1997. That $300 TV set that your parents or grandparents bought in the 1950s would cost you $3 in today's money. Let's now take a real-world example. In December 2019, a Samsung flat-screen 4K Full Ultra HD 55-inch TV set would cost you less than $685. This was when the average worker in the US earned $47,000. What that means is that wall-to-wall TV set that was apparently so irresponsibly bought only cost 1.5% of the average worker's salary. This is 1.5% of the average salary today, as opposed to the 9.5% of the average salary that our grandparents paid for a black and white glass tube TV set with a flickering screen. Not that the cost of other things hasn't gone up, which has made people poorer. Compared to 1997, in 2019, alcohol costs 50% more. If you're working long hours and can't get home to make your own meals, then stepping into that cafe will cost you 80% more for food. Admission costs for movies, theaters, and sporting events have more than doubled, and the cost of cigarettes, if you haven't yet kicked the habit, has tripled. That's inflation for you. It eats away at the money you bring home, and if your salary isn't keeping up, then you're falling behind year after year. So the major reason why most people are struggling, continuing to struggle, and their lives are getting worse is because on the one hand, salaries are stagnating or even going down, and inflation is going up, which means that the salary that you had 10 years ago is just not good enough. It just doesn't keep pace with your have-to expenses. Now that we've blown away the myth that the poorest amongst us are simply being irresponsible with their finances, we can agree that the average worker is struggling, and struggling badly, because of the way the economic system works, rather than because of their own failures.